right, it's the 10-minute time limit podcast. It's Andy, it's Jamie as always. Jamie, we got together tonight to watch AEW Dark on this fine July 7th, and our big draw was what?
Brian Pillman Jr. making his debut for AEW.
Yeah, we were both super excited to see this, man. We've watched him on MLW Fusion. I was super interested to see how he would look surrounded by that AEW talent, even in MLW Fusion. He looked a little raw, you know. I thought maybe I'd see a little happy feet here and there. He looked great.
He looked fantastic in his debut. He was up against a guy that he knows, in Shawn Spears, which couldn't have hurt, and a talent that could lead him through a decent match in the 5 minutes that it was. I don't know if it was much more than that. Short match, expected what I expected to see from those two, and it got Spears over. It got Pillman over too. He looked good in his debut, I thought.
He did. I mean, he came in, he did a job, he did it well, he did it respectably, and I'm sure he's only earned he basically earned some scout points or whatever with the Federation for that. He looks good. He looks even more like his father on the big screen. Not that MLW is not the big screen, but it's crazy how much he looks like his dad. So I thought he looked good. He went over as well, and hopefully we'll see him on the main show at some point. But it's good to see Brian Pillman. He had some good moments. Now, my gosh, we watched this together, and I wasn't sure what to expect because I don't normally watch AEW Dark. I just watch Dynamite. And, some moments broke out. And, we can run through all the matches if you want. I'll tell you what I think. There's one in particular, though, we got to talk about. So get us through this really quickly. 10-minute time limit. Ding, ding. Let's go.
All right, first match was Pillman and Spears. We just talked about that. Good match right off the top. Start us out. Then we had Big Swole and Rache Noel. Could have done without that. Not a big Swole fan. Neither are you, I don't believe.
No, I mean, I just don't buy it. Like, the name is super cool, but she doesn't. I think she's a good wrestler, and I like her personality. She's feuding with one of the most annoying people I've ever seen in all of sports entertainment, which probably means that her heel gimmick is working on me. But Big Swole is just not capturing my attention the way that she needs to be.
No, I think she could be used a little differently, and maybe she'll get a little better as she gets less green in the ring too. We'll see over time. Next, we had an interview with Allie and Brandy Rhodes. This was basically just Dustin coming in saying, don't screw QT over, do the right thing, and just stay the Nightmare Sisters as a tag team. Because we know all the women tag teams that they have in AEW is a big deal, right?
Exactly. Don't mess with my family because this guy's apparently part of my Hall of Fame level wrestling family.
Yeah. Next up, we had Kazarian and Luther. It was a match. Got Kazarian over. Luther looked like Luther. Yeah. Just a fat blob in the ring.
Pretty much.
Then we had four guys I've never heard of versus the Lucha Brothers and Butcher and the Blade. We can go through their names, but that would be longer than this match actually lasted.
Yeah, we don't need that. You could really tell where this one was going the moment everybody got in the ring. Yeah. The initial stare down was all I needed to see. That was it.
Yeah, so this was over. Then we had the greatest squash match of the night, which was Orange Cassidy versus Will Hobbs. Will Hobbs looked like a specimen coming out to the ring, and then Orange Cassidy just super punched him, and that sucker was over.
I felt terrible. I felt terrible for Will Hobbs. I saw the guy come out. I'm like, man, this guy could get over in most federations. He comes out. Yes, exactly. Orange Cassidy, we're thinking leading into his match with Jericho, he might think about dropping the gimmick, might think about brawling a little bit, might do the whole thing. We thought this might be a tease of it. It was exactly that. Glasses were off right away, one Superman punch, and poor Hobbs had to sell that, and feel bad for him, but I like the outcome.
Next, what came was another match where Hobbs should have had his tag team partner in the Captain, which I would like to see. I think this would be a good squash tag team.
Yes, the Captain and the Hobbs. The Captain and the Hobbs, man.
Captain and Hobbs.
Yeah.
Taking on Michael Nakazawa. Michael Nakazawa.
My first moments with this, you let me know ahead of time that there was going to be oil. I could tell very early where it was stashed. But I was not ready for this. I was captivated by this.
He's entertaining, but man, I've seen it 1,000 times already from this guy. It's the same match every time. He rips off his underwear and he shoves it in the guy's face, and you could do without it every single time. My entertainment was watching Andy's reaction. Wish we would have had that on video because that was gold.
I wish I wish we were recording this because all Jamie told me was baby oil. That's all he said. I had no idea that he was going to somehow remove his underwear from under his trunks, and then use that kind of in a sacco, I guess, role. I was dumbfounded. I was completely speechless multiple times. I wish we had it on camera. I really do, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And when he finally did get the pin, like when I was like, "Is this? He's gonna get the fall here," and he did.
He did. He put the face mask on the guy, well, the underwear mask. Almost looked like a COVID-19 mask over his face, and got the pin.
Speechless.
And it's just wretched to watch. I can't stand Michael Nakazawa. It's the one thing I think I agree with Jim Cornette on. This guy is just.
Well, I agree with Jim Cornette on a lot of things, but I do have to say that I'm unlike Jim Cornette, who would stop watching something if he saw that for one moment. I'm glad I saw that, because like now at least I know that exists. Now at least I understand why I wasn't able to watch wrestling for 15 years. And but I was incredibly entertained by that. I gotta tell you, I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see that match again. However, I couldn't stop watching what was going to happen, and all you had to do was like tease me a little bit. It was like, there's going to be a really stupid gimmick with baby oil. Had no idea the underwear were going to come into it.
We were actually going to stop watching it at that point.
We were
before that match, and when I said baby oil, you got intrigued, which, man, life's better now that I saw your reaction.
I'm like, I need to understand where the baby oil is going with this. Okay, you can't grapple with this guy. You can't lock him up. You can't do anything. He's too slippery. Oh, now he's totally fine. He's still glistening, but you can get him. Oh,
yeah, you can grab him, no problem. The baby oil disappeared somehow, but sucked into his skin through his pores or something. I have no idea.
But now his thong is wrapped around his hand. Anyways, okay, all right. And then we got another match.
We got two more, actually. We got Serpentico and Scorpio Sky.
Yeah.
Scorpio Sky beat the guy. It was a decent match. I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about. Another squash match, another dark match, which what you expected was a solid match from Serpentico. Yeah. He's not a bad wrestler. He's just he's new, and he's learning his way up through. And Scorpio Sky is getting a little bit of a push now, even on Dynamite.
For sure.
So
no complaints with that match. No complaints.
No, nothing wrong with that match. And then the what I thought was the match of the night was a tag team match between Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon, the two weekly losers on AEW Dark. Seems to be the only story they're really following outside of the Nightmare Sisters, and I hate that gimmick. I hate it so much. Yeah. But they put these two together against the Dark Order, and it was a good match right up until right from start to finish. Even Avalon and Cutler put on a good show, doing flips to the outside, doing some dives to the outside. The whole Dark Order got involved from, I don't know what numbers those guys were, maybe 3, 4, 8, and 9. I have no idea.
Who knows?
They were there. They got dove on. Leva Bates got involved, the manager of Peter Avalon, the other librarian. Yeah, that was a good show overall. Entertained all the way through. No complaints other than the Michael Nakazawa stuff. And even that, I was entertained by you in that match, I must say.
For sure. I like the Dark Order. I got no complaints about them. That Peter Avalon guy, I like the cut of his jib. I like his look. I was a little disappointed that he had to do the job, but I understand it's the Dark Order. So overall, good episode. But let me tell you, Brian Pillman, there's good things to come. It's good things to come.
Absolutely, fear the mullet. That's good things coming for that boy. I can't wait. Excited to see where they go with him.